See, it came down. It came down. I would be shocked if we have more than 20%, because in the East, I could hear a correspondent saying there was voter apathy. And when he tried to ask people, "Why are you not coming to vote?" Grandmas said, "No, the first one we did, they didn't like the outcome." So they would rather sit at home than come out to vote. In some parts of the West, you see it's intimidation, vote suppression. Don't come. If you come, this will happen. So some people stayed back. So in fact, after today, a lot of people have said, "I will never. This is my first time of voting. I never knew it was like this. I won't go back there." So in terms of the voting population, I think it will reduce this time around. Then when it comes to the outcome, I think we would not have a situation whereby they cancel results. The best INEC will do is what they have done. Come tomorrow and vote. It still does not. Okay, if you look at the report of the UK on the election, where they said, okay, there are issues, but at least Nigeria is still in a positive direction. Beavers changed the game. Gone are those days when there are some big states, vote is coming from Kano, we'll see 2 million, you see this one. States where it is the number of accredited voters that will only make the votes. You cannot manufacture anything from anywhere. So Beavers changed the game. And I think for this election too, Beavers performed in the sense that votes would count.
And what was recorded?
Aside the ones, aside the ones that were snatched and people that were prevented, the actual people that casted their votes today, their votes will speak for them. Okay. So I don't think the outcome is going to be
quickly go
a major issue.
Let's quickly head to Delta State. Now we have IBrandTV research analyst Charles Fakoha will be giving us updates. So thank you for joining us, Charles. We appreciate your time. So talk to us if you can hear me. So bring us up to speed now with the development. What can you see now? What's happening at the moment? Hello, Charles. Okay, I think we'll just have to, take a break now. When we do reconnect with the Charles, of course, we'll get back to conversation there. This is Nigeria Decide 2023. We're back in a moment. Stay with us.
8 a.m. Saturday and runs until election results are announced. You too can be part of the process with the IBrandTV eyewitness reporter by calling the studio lines or send your messages via our social media platforms or WhatsApp line. Nigeria Decide 2023 live coverage brought to you by IBrandTV, channel 143 on the Star Times network and all social media platforms. IBrandTV, business first. With over 200 million people, Africa's largest economy has a story to tell. It's the story of an economy that has the ability to develop from a single-digit to double-digit GDP growth rate. In the last 5 years, over 41.5 million micro, small and medium-sized firms, as well as about 17.4 million registered SMEs, have accounted for nearly 48% of the national GDP. This is the narrative of Nigeria's economy, which is bursting as the seams with possibilities, from the stock market to maritime, agriculture to telecommunications, power, ICT, and oil and gas, among other areas of the economy. No one does it better than also IBrandTV.
Hello and welcome. This is Business Breakfast, coming to you live from our studio here in Lagos.
Business Breakfast, showing on weekdays at this time.
good day to you wherever you're watching us from.
Good morning.
Morning.
It's a beautiful morning.
When the day breaks on IBrandTV.
Yes, thank you very much. I'm talking from a place in Delta State that is called Patani Local Government. Right now, in the local government, the INEC officials and some of the party agents are in the local government headquarters collating the results. And I heard that everybody is there. They found the villagers, the community people, they are already there, sitting down and waiting for the results. So that is what is going on currently right now. But I must also say that the whole exercise has been largely peaceful and is from Patani local government in Delta State. That local government is made up of 10 wards, and I was able to monitor elections in almost all the wards, and it was largely peaceful. You know, in a particular ward, that is Ward 5, which is made up of 3 polling units. When the results were counted and announced at about 4 p.m. this afternoon, it was PDP that was leading, and of course followed by APC and the other smaller parties. Then one important thing I saw there was the people were so they conducted themselves peacefully, and of course the security agencies behaved professionally. On my way to one of the interior villages, you know, we have to move by bike. I was accosted by some soldiers and the Operation Safe Conduct. When they saw my ID, oh, press, no problem, very good, go ahead. And I got to that particular village called Angiama. Angiama, it is mostly farming community. I could see that they were also conducting themselves, you know, of course, they were all speaking their local language. They saw themselves as brothers, right of APC, Labour, and the other parties. It was conducted peacefully. However, when I came back to the headquarters, you know, to see some of the results that I didn't count it, yes, in one particular polling unit in the primary school, they have 3 polling units there. In fact, I discovered that after voting, the persons were going into the corner and they were collecting money. So I inquired and I went further. You know, of course, they were surprised. They spoke my local dialect. Have you voted? It's only those who have voted that are coming here to collect money. It was so funny, you know, to me. And then most of the villagers said, well, they've been here waiting in the sun, and that what they are coming to do here is just to collect some stipend to go and buy cold water and then drink. So that is some of the things that happened. The last thing, it was very, very peaceful. There was no incident of ballot snatching or violence. However,
okay, let me jump in a bit, Charles.
And I went there. Hello?
Can you hear me? Pardon me.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, pardon me. Let me just come in here a little bit. You said the whole process, went peacefully and the people conducted themselves in an orderly manner. So I would like to know why. Why do you think the people conducted themselves that way? Was it because of the presence of security men around there that perhaps shaped them to behave that way? So talk to us, because we do know that Delta, Edo State, inclusive of River State, these states are sometimes referred to as the most volatile when it comes to election.
Yes, thank you very much. Yes, the people, like I must say, are largely peaceful. They conducted themselves not because of the presence of the security men, but because, in fact, I must even mention, in a particular ward, that was done in front of somebody's house. We had the councillor, the incumbent councillor, PDP, and his elder brother is APC. And we could see the stiff competition there. Each person trying to deliver the word. They know each other one to one. And that was why they all see themselves as brothers and sisters. Because the way these words are even done, it is done according to family. Okay, this group of families, this is the word for you. This group of families, this is the holy unit for you. That is how INEC has done that holy unit there. So now we don't need for any of them to create any violence. However, like I was trying to say, when the results of it counted in one of the particular wards, they called that particular place Okuware, close to the palace, where they said there was the problem of overvoting, and they decided to cancel that particular polling unit. Yes, they had some agreements there, and of course, the civil defense, the soldiers were on ground, just place. And then you could see that they were just talking, and I did not see anybody trying to carry a gun, a machete, or anything. They were just talking at each other and then making a lot of noise. And of course, when the security men came, they settled it very well. I said, well, it is issue of overvoting and that particular war. That particular polling unit was then cancelled. So that is the only major incident. However, there is a riverine community that people have to cross the water to go and then vote. After 30 minutes ago, when I came back from the council, that particular result has not come. So they were waiting for it. But I'm sure by now, that result will have come to the council.
Listen.
Oh, okay. Well, basically right now, what would you say about the election generally?
Yes.
Charles, can you? Okay, go ahead, please.
Using that local government was peaceful. Then, you know, as broadcasters, I also got pillars from other colleagues, other sister stations that were able to cover the other part of Delta State. It was not that peaceful. Yes, and I cannot confirm it because I was not there myself. There was a neighboring local government.
Okay. Okay, Charles. Hello, Charles. Can you hear me? I think we lost you there. We'll probably have to come to you again. But I wanted to ask, you know, Charles. He talked about vote buying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know, I wanted to ask him about vote buying because were they, you know, do we have, you know, the presence of policemen there? So how come there was vote buying? And of course, it talked about the fact that there was an overvoting in one polling unit, and that's why that the polling unit was cancelled as well. Maybe let's have you know, Mr. You know, Peters to talk about this.
Yeah, for Delta State, I had expected quite a lot of fireworks from that state, being that they used to have a godfather, or they have a godfather, James Ibori. James Ibori was a friend to, like a political son to the former head of state, Sonny Abacha.
Okay. Just a moment, you know, Mr. Peters, we'll have to just quickly take a break. When we return, I think we'll be starting on that note. Very interesting. I would like to hear that, you know, the details of that analysis. We'll be back in a moment. You're still watching Nigeria Decide, coming to you live from IBrandTV studios here in
of quality guests on ground to capture the moment with depth and unbiased analysis. IBrandTV live coverage of the elections opens 8 a.m. Saturday and runs until the election results are announced. You too can be part of the process with the IBrandTV eyewitness reporter by calling the studio lines or send your messages via our social media platforms or WhatsApp line. Nigeria Decide 2023 live coverage brought to you by IBrandTV, channel 143 on the StarTimes network and all social media platforms. IBrandTV, business first.
Position your products and services on the platform that guarantees massive exposure to the right markets. Take advantage of the opportunities IBrandTV brings to you live on Brandish Your Brand. For further inquiries, call 070-68000168 or you can call 080-8082-6735. Email marketing@ibrandtv.com. Brandish Your Brand, live on IBrandTV, where business comes first.
My business name is Oyutes Investment. I deal in all types of automatic engine and gearbox. I sell both engine, gear, and I also deal with pieces. Like if your gearbox have problem inside, I can work on it. If your engine have issue, I can still work on it. I deal with also pieces, and I have many shops in this market here. This is my head office, Alajolowo Plaza. I also have another job in RMB Plaza. I also have another one in Bakasin. If you want to get me, call my number 070-60-548265. Oyutes Investment Company don't do 419. We do swamp. We also sell tokumbo and we also sell pass. So, and we give it guarantee. We will give you enough guarantee. We give enough guarantee, 1 week guarantee, 1 month guarantee, depending on what you bought. So we will give you the best. We don't do 419 here. Please do well to patronize us. You will enjoy our company. Thank you very much.
Glad you can join us again. We have Charles Fakoha, who is online talking to us from Delta State. Thank you for joining us again, Charles. Yes, so talk to us. Yes, talk to us about vote buying. I was going to ask you. I mean, were there security agents around there? The security men, police, were they around when the vote buying was taking place?
Hello?
Yeah, please go on.
Yeah, that's a very interesting question. Like I said, it was done 6 weekly. They can vote. After voting in the primary school, they will come out of the primary school, like a gate, cross the road, and move to a particular building very close to the water pipe. And somebody is there with a list. And say, okay, you have just voted. You see your figure, okay, this is your amount of money. And you sign and you collect. So you will see that there is no connection between where you voted and where you are going to collect money. Obviously, policemen and the security people were just at the polling center. They will not go to cross to go to a family compound. So for me, I noticed that they were always passing a particular place. And I said, okay, this is also my locality. Let me follow and see what they are doing. That was how I discovered that people were actually collecting money. However, in the morning, I heard rumors that one or two parties, I won't mention this, has got money to be shared. And I was waiting. You will not see any money shared openly. It was done 650. And some even transfer. Yes, because of course, you know the cash situation on ground.
Okay, just before I let you go, Charles, talk to us about the conduct of the election proper. I'm talking about the arrival of materials, INEC arrival, officials arriving at the polling unit. Talk to us about that one. What was it like over there? Did they arrive on time? Were the materials distributed on time across the local government or the wards where you covered?
Yes, in fact, for the first time, I've been a hard critic of the Professor Mahmoud-led INEC. I think I will give them 90% on this particular local government where I was. You know, as early as 8:30, the INEC officials, the security, of course, the newspaper, the police officers, and everybody, they were there.
Okay, Charles. Okay. Let's just pause there a little bit. We'll come back to you in a moment. Let's look at what Charles in a moment. Just hang on, Charles. We'll come back to you in a moment. Just a quick one. It looks like he discovered the vote buying himself, where he was trying to, get into the compound. It looks like this was done outside, you know, the coverage area, yes, of the security man. So that they did that perfectly. So, how would you like to react, Mr. Peters?
Yeah, for me, vote buying is what you cannot totally eradicate in Nigeria's politics. There's a way our society is structured. There are party faithfuls who are always there through thick and thin, and they also have people around them. Most election period, they like to mobilize. As it is, doesn't have to be money. We've seen a whole lot of gifts, giving here and there. Some people, because of ordinary jota, they could vote for you. We saw it in Ogun State, where they were giving old notes, even when the government has not said anything about old notes, and they collected it, and they were happy. So it's part of. There are some people, they are waiting for that every 4 years. That's where they get some little money. So vote buying in our system, whether we like it or not, has come to stay. It can only be reduced to the barest minimum when our financial life, when the economic life of individuals, when it improves, when your 10,000 no longer matter to me. When that Ankara you want to give to me no longer matter. So when my economic status, my disposable income is now far above whatever you can offer me. Right. So that's why you see in credit economics like America and the UK, where I don't need your money to live a life, there's always a credit line open for me to. So if your voting pattern will be changed a little. Yes.
You know, even with that, some people even say, look, that the now redesign really didn't cut vote buying, really. I mean, I'm looking at, you know, the position of many, to contrary to what you just said now, that politicians have, you know, deploy other means, you know, of doing this as well.
Yeah, politicians always look for other means, or we create other means to solve this problem. I can tell you very well that the government itself knows very well. There was a report about a governor in the north that has over 22 billion of the old cash stocked. We saw Adedogua saying it on the floor of the assembly that according to the constitution of this country, I'm entitled to 70 million cash for logistics for the election. So you cannot rule out the fact that they were unable to get those monies. That is why you could see him carry gun, fire people down. He's in police custody. So you saying that if money had happened, if they had cash, it won't have changed things. I don't totally believe.
No, that the fact that there was no cash in the system, did it still reduce the fact that there was vote buying?
Yeah, no, of course, no. Of course, it reduced it. I won't lie to you, because in so many places, people did not come out to vote because their normal stipend to vote, they didn't get it. I can confidently tell you that a whole lot. It's because we live in town. Go to the hinterlands, where on election day or a day to election, they just drive there with all the money, mobilize people, carry bus and do everything, and bring them themselves to the polling unit just to come and thumbprint. Of course, yes, they were unable to do all those ones this time around because cash wasn't flowing. At least at the percentage, maybe a 10 or a 20%, it affected.
Okay. Let's go back to what you said earlier. You know, you said something, you were talking about, you know, the godfatherism in Delta State. And you made mention of, you know, James Ibori and how the election is likely to play out. I mean, Charles talked about, a reporter there talked about the fact that, I mean, there was relative peace and not because there was presence of security men, but we do know that by history, you know, Delta State, it's a volatile state when it comes to that. So we're just wondering, though, that whether they didn't see, he said there was no presence of security men, but the people conducted themselves.
To be sincere to you, I'm shocked that we didn't have violence in Delta today. But so that I don't lose track of what I was saying before, James Ibori is like the godfather in Delta. What Tinubu is in Lagos, that's what James Ibori is in Delta State. What Kwankwaso is in Kano. That is what James Ibori is. James Ibori had been the one who installed governors after him. He got there in 1999 to 2007. Put his cousin there, Uduaga. He was his chief of staff. Uduaga also spent 8 years. Uduaga gave it to Okowa, who I understand they are also related. But the problem now is you must always seek the blessing of Ibori before you can become the governor in Delta State. Now Okowa is trying to say, my choice is my choice. Whether you like it or not, I will not go with you. So news is that James Ibori has decided to support the APC candidate Ovioma Agege, who is the current Deputy Senate President, while Okowa is going with the current Speaker of the State House of Assembly. So, and there is this other, you know, Labour Party won it during presidential, won Delta State. Ken Pella is also there.
On the Labour Party's platform.
Of the Labour Party. Peter Obi was there. campaigning for him that, guys, let's make this happen. We have done it during presidential. We can also do it this time around. Then we have the People's General himself, Great Ogburu. He has always been there, contesting from 1999 till date. He lost against Ibori, against Uduagan, and against Okoa. He's there under Abga. So I'd expected that there was going to be some fireworks. Though we don't have the results now, but you know, the main guys in Delta have said wherever Ibori goes,
that's where
that is where. So we are expecting whether the Deputy Senate President of Yomo Agege will win that election. But from what he's saying now, it's like PDP is in some form of lead that we can't confirm now. But until we see the result tomorrow, I was expecting some level of violence in Delta. But good, it didn't happen.
Okay, I don't know. Do we still have Charles on the line?
Well, Charles, I don't know if we still have him, Charles Fakroha. But yes, thank you for hanging on there. So we wanted to get more about the situation there in Delta State, but particularly where are you now? Because I know the ward you cover is just one ward or one local government in Delta State. So we have other local governments perhaps where you couldn't cover. So if you have a piece relatively recorded in that particular local government, what are you hearing about other local governments in the part of the state?
Yes, I mentioned that there is a local government very close to the local government in which I am, that is Patani local government. You must note that Patani local government is largely an Ijaw-speaking part of Delta State, very close to Bayelsa. In fact, the town has a border with the Bayelsa State, and it's like homogeneous. They speak one language, they see themselves as one. That is why we're having relatively. However, in the past, there has been some violence. Then, while coming to the local government, I think it's local South local government. Anyway, precisely, that is the town. We heard that there was some violence in that particular town because the incumbent leader, that is the sheriff, that's what they call it, his wife is from that village. Anyway, that there were some crises there. Like I said, I was not there. It's what we gathered from other reporters on the field. That there were crises there, and the soldiers had to move in to maintain law and order. Even as we speak this night, there were some persons that came from that angle. And then along the express, there was heavy presence of soldiers and the operational safe conduct, especially for the election, trying to check vehicles and ensure that there was the violence is not being escalated.
Okay. I think we'll just have to leave it there. I think Blossom wanted to ask
Yes, I wanted to ask you a question, Charles. I know you're not present during most of the election at the polling units, but please can you tell us, was the result, the collation of the result through the beavers, was it uploaded successfully?
Yes, the beavers was uploaded successfully at the post unit which I covered, because I came back, followed them in the counting, and we're all seated here waiting for the INEC young man to upload to beavers. And it took some time, but eventually it was uploaded to beavers. Like I said, for that particular polling unit, it was PDP that won the governorship and the House of Assembly. There were a lot of jubilation, and they started entertaining themselves with food. So that is what I can say for the result. So right now, as I just speak to you, we are in front of the local government headquarters where the test solution is going on, and of course it's heavily guarded by policemen.
Well, I think we should just leave it there. Thank you so much, Charles Fakroha, IBrandTV analyst, and is now acting as a reporter, giving us an update there from Delta State. So keep your eyes fixed to the ground. Perhaps we'll get back to you later on in the coverage of this election. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Okay, so back to the studio here. We've been talking to, Day Peters, public affairs analyst in the studio here. Thank you for being there. But just before we let you go, wrapping up this, slot, the general mood of the elections so far. I mean, you talked about Lagos. There are other states as well. We have Kano, River State. We just talked about Delta now. Oyo is there, and we have Governor Makinde, yes, and some other political parties as well, trying to slug it out. So give us how you think beyond the presidential election, what has changed in terms of loyalties, and where loyalties may likely shift, vis-a-vis what is expected of the people.
Okay, I said earlier, now politics is local. It's no longer I want to vote for, I'm an obedient, or I'm ratified, or I'm articulated. Now it's we are in my state, we are in my local government now. That's what we're doing. So let's start from Oyo State. Oyo, the governor is going for a second term, Governor Seyi Makinde, and the very funny thing is that as a PDP governor, he opted early enough to support the candidacy of Asiwaju Tinubu. You remember when all the governors met at Ondo State.
But I thought he was part of the G5 governors.
Yeah, Papa Shoranti's house. All the APC governors met there. He sent his deputy governor to tell them that, though I am not APC governor, but whatever you guys are doing here, one way or the other, you have my blessing. So he has also been is a long time friend to Governor Wike. They had businesses together when it comes to oil and gas. Makinde is also big in that environment. So when Wike started his G5 campaign, wanting Atiku to remove Iyochayu so that they can support him, Seyi Makinde had nowhere to go to than to stay by his friend Wike to make sure that they achieve that aim and objective. But from what I've seen now, he successfully delivered the presidential election for Tinubu, and everybody had thought that APC, because they took that state and the 3 senatorial seats, APC took everything. So the PDP members there felt that this man threw us under the bus. You didn't tell us this is what you want to do. Even if you wanted to vote for this man during the presidency, how about your National Assembly members? You lost all 3. So after February 25, problems started. 3 killed during this week. I don't know if you saw the report. So, but from the information we have today, is leading in almost all the results we have seen so far.
True.
All the results we have seen so far.
Online.
Because they said Makinde actually worked in Oyo State. That if you go everywhere, you will see his footprints here and there, here and there, here and there. So that is a governor who works, and his work may be speaking for him.
Yeah.
Because this is
I wanted to ask you, maybe you belong to
this is the government. They wear their red cap without shame. Even if you see them in Lagos, they will wear their red cap. See them anywhere, they are on that red cap. It's like a cult. So, and you can see the last presidential election, they won 2 out of 3 senatorial seats. The governor there, Ganduje, was a deputy to Kwakwanso before they started all these their bickerings between themselves that made Kwakwanso to go away. And Kwakwanso is like a lord in Kano. He knows that state very well. He can handle it. So for governorship, I don't expect any mistake. I expect that more than what we had in the presidential election, we will have over 1 million votes for the governorship candidate in Kano.
Okay.
For which other states are we looking at?
I think you're supposed to talk about Rivers State as well.
Okay, Rivers. an interesting place to. Though from all I've heard today,
yes,
I'm surprised there's been no violence in Rivers. I think South have generally behaved during this election, and it has come to
I've not
Southwest.
actually heard anything about Kaduna.
It's only no. Let's finish Rivers.
Okay, all right.
So for Rivers, I think a local government, they have shifted the election till tomorrow. I understand the INEC. Political party agents stormed the INEC office and said the INEC official covering the area, they want to see the person. And the INEC officials, the security agents have said, no, why do you want to see this person? So before they could resolve that matter, it was late. I think it was past 12. So they postponed the election till tomorrow. But aside that, voting was generally peaceful in Rivers State. So we know it's between 4 candidates: Magna Osabi, SDP, Fubara of PDP, Toyeko, APC, and the Labour Party candidate, the woman. So APC won during the presidential, but you know, Wike is the Governor General in Rivers State, and he will do everything to make sure that his candidates, because everybody believes that he will be politically finished if he does not still get Rivers State. So I think for himself, he will do well to retain that place. You remember last year, he recruited about 200,000 youths and made them PAs. Of course, what he was doing was simply buying them over. He knows that this time will come and I will need these guys that are employed to pay me back. So if Wike wins, he has bought his vote earlier.
Okay.
Rivers is settled.
Okay, how about Kaduna?
For Kaduna, another sensitive state. You know, Kaduna is divided into two: the southern Kaduna, the northern Kaduna. The south is always, they are majorly Christians, while the north is Muslim. So before, you always have a Muslim governor and a Christian deputy. It only changed once, I think it was. So the problem now is, you can see the presidential, El-Rufai lost, PDP won. So the man PDP is fielding, Ashiru is well loved by people over there. I think he's also strong. He took a Christian deputy. Then there's this Labour candidate there too, Ashake, Jonathan Ashake. And I think the youths, especially the Christian ones, are moving seriously towards it. So when El-Rufai, being who he is, still stuck to a Muslim. So we don't know how he is going to survive that particular environment. But anybody, any of the three, can win that place in Kaduna.
So, unless we have, you know, less than 24 hours to confirm, you know, all of this, the outcome of this election. So, well, on this note, we want to thank you for coming on the program. Shudde Peters, public affairs analyst, I thank you for coming on.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah. Well, of course, we take a moment, and when we return, of course, we will be returning back to live coverage. And our reporters were also standing by, especially in Lagos Collation Center, to bring us, you know, a live update of collations of results. So this is Nigeria Decide, a live studio from here in Lagos. We'll be back in a moment. Please stay with us.
Okay.
My name is John Obinna Okeke, aka Bombo. My company name is Best John Auto Venture, specialized in Kia and Hyundai. While we are Best John Auto Venture, there are many other shops and company inside this market. But why we go to the best? Because we give the best. I deal in Kia Optima, Kia Sportage, Kia Rio, Kia Sorento, Kia Carnival, Hyundai. From Hyundai Accent, Hyundai Elantra, Hyundai Entourage, Hyundai Veracruz, Hyundai Santa Fe, and many other products I cannot mention. Customers assurance are given to you people. Hold us by our word, because our motto is customers first. Every other thing is additional. Because without your customer, my brother, you're not going anywhere. As far as business is mentioned, we make sure we satisfy our customers. Whereby in this market, if you move around, you will see that others have 7 days warranty. But because we are the best, we read why others follow. We give 1 month warranty in either of the product you buy from us. From 1990 product to 2022 model, we have all of them. In any of our branches, in my head office is HF and the Ezanyem block, shop 12. We have at Adekule adjacent, we have at Nandazikiwe block. Any of the branches we patronize us, warranty is assured to you people. Thank you. We never regret patronizing Best John Auto Venture. My phone number is 080 6405 1070. My second phone number is 070 2595 7743.
Position your products and services on the platform that guarantees massive exposure to the right markets. Take advantage of the opportunities IBrandTV brings to you live on Brandish Your Brand. For further inquiries, call 070-68000168 or you can call 080-8082-6735. Email marketing@ibrandtv.com. Brandish Your Brand live on IBrandTV, where business comes first.
For breaking news and updates on the 2023 elections, join IBrandTV live coverage of the elections for beat-by-beat actions with our correspondents across the nation, presenters and leads of quality guests on ground to capture the moment with depth and unbiased analysis. IBrandTV live coverage of the elections opens 8 a.m. Saturday and runs until the election results are announced. You too can be part of the process with the IBrandTV eyewitness reporter by calling the studio lines or send your messages via our social media platforms or WhatsApp line. Nigeria Decides 2023 live coverage brought to you by IBrandTV, channel 143 on the StarTimes network and all social media platforms. IBrandTV, business first. With over 200 million people, Africa's largest economy has a story to tell. It's the story of an economy that has the ability to develop from a single-digit to double-digit GDP growth rate. In the last 5 years, over 41.5 million micro, small and medium-sized firms, as well as about 17.4 million registered SMEs, have accounted for nearly 48% of the national GDP. This is the narrative of Nigeria's economy, which is bursting at the seams with possibilities, from the stock market to maritime, agriculture to telecommunications, power, ICT, and oil and gas, among other areas of the economy. No one does it better than also IBrandTV.
Hello and welcome. This is Business Breakfast, coming to you live from our studio here in Lagos.
Business Breakfast, showing on weekdays at this time.
good day to you wherever you're watching us from.
Good morning.
Morning.
It's a beautiful morning. When the day breaks on IBrandTV, we serve you with informative talks on politics.
It is all politics.
Economy.
I am not a supporter of this government.
Sports.
Firpo for Rodrigo.
Entertainment. Health. Relationships.
What makes you think I want to get married?
And lifestyle. Every weekday from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Join us as we spice up your day on IBrand Daybreak on Star Times, Channel 143.
Are you a content creator, podcaster, voiceover artist, or show producer in need of a studio space or equipment for your projects? Then look no further. We got you covered. With the very best of equipment and studio spaces at the most affordable. Position your products and services on the platform that guarantees massive exposure to the right markets. Take advantage of the opportunities IBrandTV brings to you live on Brandish Your Brand. For further inquiries, call 070-68000168 or you can call 080-8082-6735. Email marketing@ibrandtv.com. Brandish Your Brand live on IBrandTV, where business comes first.
Investment. I deal in all types of automatic engine and gearbox. I sell both engine, gear, and I also do with pieces. Like if your gearbox have problem inside, I can work on it. If your engine have issue, I can still work on it. I do with also pieces, and I have many shops in this market right here. This is my head office at Ajolowo Plaza. I also have another job in RMB Plaza. I also have another one in Bakasin. If you want to get me, call my number 070-60-548265. Ointes Investment Company don't do 419. We do swamp. We also sell Tokumbodia, and we also sell pass. So, and we do with guarantee. We will give you enough guarantee. We give enough guarantee, 1 week guarantee, 1 month guarantee, depending on what you bought. So we will give you the best. We don't do 419 here. Please do well to patronize us. You will enjoy our company. Thank you very much.
My name is John Obinna Okeke, aka Bombo. My company name is Best John Auto Venture. specialized in Kia and Hyundai. While we are based on auto